back to We Are Back Part 2. So, as we explained in the previous video, we're really going to talk about our February trip, and we're going to review it and talk about what we loved, what we maybe would do differently the next time, and then we're going to get into the future of the channel, because I think that's, more what people are interested in is, well, what are you going to film now? So, in February, we took Henry to Disney. First, we went to Vero Beach, and then we went to Disney. And the best part, I think, of the whole trip were the character interactions.
With Henry and the characters.
Yeah.
Not your interactions with the characters.
No, Henry's interactions with the characters. Yes. It was his favorite part, by far. I think he loved it. So that I would have definitely planned on doing more of. The other thing he enjoyed was the pool. He loved the water. He loved the pool. Wish we had more time in the pool. I mean, we did a lot at Vero because we had the pool right in the backyard of the house. Mm-hmm. But in Disney, we really only did one day, short afternoon by the pool.
I actually don't even remember that.
Yeah. It was such a short period of time.
Oh, yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah. What would you say were the best parts?
Yeah, I would definitely say the interactions. Because there were a couple times where we were kind of drawing it out a little bit, where he was exhausted and barely keeping his head up. And we would bring him in because we were just kind of like looking for something to do to get out of the rain or, get out of the heat. And we went in and he's passed out. And then, the second we get, we're the next person in line, he shoots his head up. He's like, I'm awake. I got this. I'm going to see these princesses or whoever we were seeing at the time. And then it was really cool because, I don't know if I'm allowed to, call them out, but whatever. I think a couple characters were actually breaking character because they were just like, oh, wow, he's really cute and, really, really interactive and whatnot. So that was kind of cool to see. Yeah, I would definitely say the character interactions.
Yeah, I mean,
because there wasn't many rides that we could do with him at that age.
Yeah, I mean, it was too, which I'm hoping is going to change over time, given everything that's happened with Disney so far, is the lines to get into the kid rides were insane. Mm-hmm. So if we didn't have a fast pass, he wasn't getting on. So it was really the character interactions that we were left with.
It was we just weren't going to deal with him being upset about...
Right, because it's just not worth it at that age.
Yeah.
We would rather keep him entertained with things that he loves. I mean, even just walking around the park he loved. He loved just sitting in the stroller and looking up and seeing all these different things and people, and it was... Yeah. To him, it doesn't matter if he goes on the ride or not.
Yeah, to me, it was a whole different Disney experience. Before, every time we'd gone, it was always different. I mean, you pretty much get what you're getting into. But in terms of for us, bringing people who haven't been in a long time, so we can kind of show them around and show them all the best spots. And with this, it was completely different because you're no longer going to Disney for yourself.
Yeah.
You're going for him. I mean, yeah, part of it, I know for you, is definitely, that's your favorite place in the world.
Right.
So, that's definitely for you. But now there's this whole other layer of, trying to make sure that he's having as much fun as possible.
Right.
And you're kind of a secondary enjoyer, if you will.
Yeah, I would say that before, we started taking him to Disney, he went twice this year, once with me and my mom, and then the second time was with all of us. Mm-hmm. Before this, Greg and I would go just the two of us, or like Greg said, we would go with people that haven't been in a long time, and we were kind of
or not at all.
Right, yeah. And we were the ones showing them the ropes. We did Disney, our own way, where we would get up in the morning, we would go to a park, and if we had fast passes, great, or breakfast or whatever, and we would set a time and we would say, okay, we're going to get everything done that we want to get done by 10.
Yeah.
And then it's Disney Springs or
Yeah,
nap
'cause
time.
you can
or
move that quickly.
Right,
too.
or pool time, and then if we felt like going to a park at night, we did. Or if there were late night hours, we would be up till God knows what time doing late night hours and
Yeah.
being, going to Disney Springs and hitting up a bar or something. And that just wasn't with this trip. It was very different.
Yeah.
And I would say one thing that it was crazy at the time and it was fun, but I think the next time we go, just to be less chaotic, we did so many family interactions in those 10 days. Like, there were so many people down there for us. We were getting pulled I haven't felt like we've been pulled in that many directions since the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when
it wasn't at that level, I would think. But.
Right. But, like, we had his Auntie Kelly and her boyfriend were down there. Her family was down there, which, we don't really get to see them that often. And,
right.
I love them to death, so we really wanted to spend time with them. And Henry loves them like crazy, too, so that was fun. And my grandparents were down there, and we were staying with Auntie, and then she met up with us in Disney. Yeah. And Tia and Dave were down there, and then it just was just tons of people down there for Henry's, second time in Disney. And it was a lot of fun, but looking back, we were kind of, I think, just pulled in a couple different directions. And I think next time, if we take him next time, I would feel like and it doesn't even have to be the whole trip, but I just feel like a couple days, just the three of us doing what we want to do.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
It's quiet time, and
I
think we maybe should have tried more, and we didn't because we weren't sure about how he would have reacted. The fireworks. He did really enjoy them when we watched them from a distance. I think we were just nervous. I was definitely nervous.
Well, yeah. Well, you gotta... They're babies. You gotta make sure that their ears are protected and stuff.
So at first we were like right in a prime location, but then I started getting nervous because I was like, there were so many people. It's like if he gets fussy, I won't be able to get out, and people blocking the entrance.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was crazy. So we ended up just going to the nursing station, and then standing outside there and watching it from there because it was just as good.
Yeah.
And
aside from the one lady who was
yelling at it.
Insane.
Right, even though we weren't in her way at all.
Yeah.
So I would definitely do more of that where, especially if like we took him to Fantasmic or something, because I think he would like Fantasmic. I wouldn't sit in the seats down below. I would actually go as far back as I could with him, and that way if we needed to do an exit, it's not like we're in anybody's way or we're getting up in front of people.
Yeah.
And he's far enough away where it's not in his face. He can sit back and enjoy it. So I think we definitely should have done more of that. But again, it was a crazy trip. We were being pulled in so many different directions.
We're also
learning our way with him too. Like,
right.
What does he like? What doesn't he like? And so, do you have anything to add for the trip review?
Not that, I mean, like I said, the main thing was just that, it was cool to see him interact and be excited about something that you're like, you wouldn't expect him to be excited about because it's like, I don't know, he's 5 months old. What does he really understand?
Right.
But he seemed to like enjoy the fact that there were these giant animals coming up to him, and not only that, but like everybody that works at Disney too was just like, oh, he's so cute, and Cat Chorus or something. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. It was Cat Chorus. It's Traditorio Forno now.
Gotcha. So, like the characters there, I mean, he was definitely the youngest one there, but and I think maybe just the way we happened to be seated, because we were at like the end of like their run before they, went away and did their costume change or something. Spent way more time with him than I noticed.
They kept coming back too.
Yeah, they would make a second round because he was just, trying to take a look at them and see what are they doing, why are they,
right.
They look all
that, and
special.
even I would say Topolino's, the character spent a lot of time at our table. Yeah.
Well, do you also remember in the dance thing where the guy who like runs it isn't the guy dressed as Mickey Mouse? It's whoever's running the dance thing. and he actually yelled at the guy.
Oh yeah, the Disney Junior.
He yelled at Mickey because he was spending too much time with Henry.
That was at the Disney Junior dance party.
Like, hey, come on, yeah. we gotta get this thing going.
I think that was one thing that I was really surprised about, and you were really surprised about, because we sat in the back of that Disney Junior dance party because we were expecting having to leave. Yeah,
but yeah, he really wanted to be part of that. I think you could probably even show video. I think you still have video of that. You could always put it back in, but he really enjoyed that. The only thing I wish we did
talk about the future of our channel and what's going to happen. So we had two. Is that Ellie?
No, it's a bird.
Oh. We had 2 more trips planned. We were supposed to go down in September with Auntie Kelly. And it was just supposed to be an adult trip. Henry was going to stay here.
Auntie Kelly being her friend.
Yes.
Who was the same age.
Yes. We were supposed to just go as an adult trip. Henry was going to stay here with my parents, and we were going to go to the Halloween party and do food and wine and really show her boyfriend Max our way we do Disney as adults. Yeah. Anyways, we were supposed to go back with them in September, and then the Halloween party was canceled, and then the food and wine was limited, and September can be really, really hot and really muggy, and we would be walking around with masks on. It just wouldn't be comfortable. We wouldn't be 100%, we wouldn't be getting 100% of the experience.
The fact that they were cutting out a lot of what they were originally going to be having, and again, that would mean that Max would get a stripped down version of what Disney is like.
So we decided to cancel that trip. The next trip was we were supposed to be going the day after Christmas. Henry and I with my parents, and Greg possibly was going. We were waiting to see about vacation time. Mm-hmm. And that trip hasn't been fully canceled, but it's probably going to be canceled.
It's not likely.
It's not likely. So our hope is, because we have canceled these 2 trips, that we're going to have so many points now that we're DVC. So our hope is, now that we've done that in 2021 possibly, we will go back to Disney when it's cold here and warm there, and take Henry and do a trip where maybe we stay at the Riviera. We stay at
we can actually review that as well.
Yeah.
In more detail.
Or we stay at a hotel.
Checking it out.
Yeah, and maybe we stay at multiple hotels because we do a longer trip. I don't know. It's just we're going to have so many points, and we definitely want to use them and take advantage. And we're really hoping we can go back for 2021. So that kind of, goes into the future of our channel. Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of Disney World content because we will not, or us in Disney, because that just isn't looking like it's going to happen that much this year. And, the other thing is we understand Disney's doing everything they can to make it safe. But for us, where we would have to go to an airport and get on a plane, and it's going to be difficult with him. Okay, so we'll fast forward to the end of the day to finish the vlog. We have Henry with us, finishing up before we go to bed for the night. Yeah. So, unfortunately, our trips have just about been canceled for this year. So, the future of the vlog question, the answer is that we're going to try to fill it with home vlogs. Me doing videos of what's going on in Disney, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm reading, and giving you guys the latest information. If we do travel locally, either going to Santa's Village or Storyland or hiking or whatever, we're gonna try to vlog that as well. But for the rest of 2020, there really won't be any recent Disney footage. Maybe we do a review of what it was like to have our wedding in Disney. And then we can show you guys the wedding video. Another good one, which I keep saying I want to do, is Disney at the Millennium. What that was like, and show you actual footage from that.
Is that funny?
Yeah, is that funny? Yeah, see Mommy as a kid? Yeah. So that's, and the other thing we talked about was cooking Disney at home with Disney recipes, and we have our Disney recipe books. But obviously, if you guys have any Disney recipes, or even if you have any suggestions for content that you want to see, please leave them in the comments below, or reach out to us in our various contact information that's in the description of this video. But until next time, we'll see you guys later and say goodnight, Henry. Say night, crazy.